Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? I'm Tasha, silly crazy girl in the Midwest that is completely and utterly obsessed with makeup, beauty, makeup, beauty, makeup. As you guys can tell by today's title, this video is going to be on Physicians Formula. I'm going to do a full-ish face, and when I say ish, I am missing 3 products. As you can tell, the brows are already on. I do not have a brow product from them, and I do not have a lippy. I didn't like the Healthy Lips, so I tossed it. When I say tossed it, I got rid of it. And then I do not have their mascara anymore because I also did not like it. So the majority of these items are not new to me. Most of them, pretty much all of them except for one product, was already in my collection. The one product that I had to pull out was the Healthy Foundation because I first did not like this, but I'm gonna give it a go again just for the video's sake. And if I like it, I'll throw it back in my collection. The 2 products that are mainly what this video is about are these brand new eyeshadow palettes. Now you guys, I have been stalking the drugstores for these, and I finally had to order them online, which is why you are just now seeing this video, and I apologize for the wait, but it took me 4 hours to get them. This is what the Sultry Nights palette looks like. Super duper gorgeous. Cannot wait to dip into these. And they smell like every item in the Butter collection. They smell so, so good. And then here is Tropical Days. One second. And I'm just taking out the little that comes with it because I don't like those. I have to use brushes. But see how beautiful she is. I'm so, so, so excited for this video. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. If you guys can let me know in the comments how the lighting is. I am finally getting to film with natural lighting, but I also have my ring light on and I haven't adjusted anything. Guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some makeup. So we're gonna start out with the Physicians Formula Foundation. After I let you guys know what I primed my face with, I went in with one of my OGs. This is one of my ride or dies. This is the Primer Argan Wear with Coconut Water by Physicians Formula. I absolutely love this stuff. Usually what I do with this is spray a little bit in my hand, rub my hands together, and then apply it to the dry areas of my face. The next item I went in with is their Spotlight Primer. You guys, if you love the Becca, I think it's the Backlight Primer. I don't have mine in here, it's actually in the bathroom. But if you love that primer, you will love this one. Oh my God, and it is so much cheaper and it does the exact same thing. So, now that the face is primed and ready to rock, we are gonna go into the foundation. I have mine in the shade MN3, which is... It doesn't have a shade name on here unless I'm just not seeing it. I don't remember it really having a shade name. I just remember the letters and the number. So, I'm ready to rock and roll. Now, if you haven't used this foundation, which I'm sure all of you have, it does have that doe foot applicator. So I'm going to use that to apply it to my face. And then I am going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Now, when I purchased this, it was when it released, which I think was the summertime. So, I mean, this shade looks like it's going to work for me, but I'm not sure. It's looking a tad bit dark. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. Like, I won't know until we go to edit this video. Or he goes to edit this video, I should say. So basically, you guys, I have been filming for like a week straight or longer because Nick is going to have his wisdom teeth out next week. So I'm trying to make sure that all of my videos are pre-filmed for next week so that he doesn't have to worry about filming anything. God, I think that lighting is really bad, you guys. I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and close this window over here and maybe that will help. All right, you guys, I'm back. I hope this is better. I really, really do. Okay, y'all, that's a little too dark for me. We'll make it work though. It's my summer shade. Ooh, I forgot how fast it dries down. Okay, so far I'm not liking this again. I think I'm gonna try a brush and see if I like that better. Maybe it'll give better coverage. I'm also gonna hit that neckline because this is too dark for me. And ears too, of course. Now I am using quite a bit of product just because most of the time I'm a full coverage girl and that's just where it's at for me. I do not mind a medium coverage, but I really prefer full. Especially on days like today. And I am looking really orange. Let me try adjusting the lighting, guys. I wonder if that's better. No, that's too bright. Maybe throw some light on. I think that looks better. From where I'm sitting, it looks better. Hopefully that helps. Gosh, I don't even like that with the brush. You guys know I love you. If I'm using foundation I don't like. I had a feeling that this was gonna happen again, and I don't know what it is about this foundation. I just feel like it sits on my face really weird. And I feel like it sits in my pores really weird too. I don't know why. I look Oompa Loompa orange. I was gonna pick it up in a lighter shade too, and I was like, you know, what if you really don't like it again? Then you're buying a foundation that you essentially don't like again. So I was like, you already have it at home, just use what you have. Okay guys, I'm just gonna say it, like, and I'm gonna put it out there. What I feel like this foundation does to me is like make my skin look old instead of healthy. So I'm gonna grab a hydrating spray as I normally would and spray this foundation. I'm just using the Pearl Essence Aloe and Rose Water. I'm gonna let that dry down and we're gonna move into concealer. Now, I do not have one of their concealers either. That was one of the 3 products that I don't have. So I'm just gonna go in with my Tarte Creaseless Concealer and maybe a little bit of the Collab Concealer. Yeah, you guys, I really think this foundation is going back in my cell bin. Either that or, because I really haven't used it enough to, I've used it enough to know I don't like it, but I think that, or I'm gonna give it to my mom and see if she likes it. Because I can't do this, you guys. I don't like it. If you have dry skin and you like this foundation, comment down below. Because I mean, obviously I moisturized very well. I used an oil primer. I've used all kinds of different primers with this one, and it just, I don't know. It just does not work well for me. I think it looks, like I said, I think it makes my skin look old. Doing what I always do, spraying my concealer down a little bit. For me, it just kind of helps it to blend it in a little bit more. Okay, concealed my eyebrows a little bit. We'll go back and fix that later. I don't know if you guys can see that, but my acne scars are poking through, and I used quite a bit of product, so I'm just like, what? Like, why does this foundation not like my skin? So I'm just gonna try to spot conceal some of that with my darker shade of Tarte Shape Tape, because I'm just, I don't know. I mean, that kind of helped a little bit. And I apologize for the sniffles, you guys. I still feel like I'm sick. I gotta spray my face again. I'm feeling like it just looks so dry. So what I'm gonna do now is get some of this stuff out of my way. And I do have a powder from them. Now I'm not 100% sure if this is gonna work for me. This is the Cover Tox 10 50 Wrinkle Therapy Face Powder. And I actually purchased this last year, thinking that maybe it was gonna help hide some of my under eye circles and some of the under eye wrinkles, I guess, and maybe that I would be able to use this in my laugh lines. Now, this did not work for me then, but I am hoping that maybe something has changed and it'll work for me today. If it does not, I'm still gonna set my entire face with it, but if it does not work on my under eyes, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Ride or Die, which you guys already know is the CoverGirl powder. I'm scared to put this on my under eyes. I think it just made him look older. Do you guys see that? There's just some things you can't do, and this is one of them. So, a little bit better, but I think that powder really ruined it. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see this. Hopefully she'll want to focus. If you guys can see it right there, oh my god. I mean, I'm seeing wrinkles I didn't know I had. Kind of crazy, right? My recommendation, if you are over 30, do not get that powder. But it's just like killer because it says, I'm sorry you guys, I'm not even gonna set my face with this. This stuff is horrible. It says it's for mature skin. And so, like I said, I picked it up last year because, you know, I'm starting to age a little bit. And I was just like, oh, this will be really, really nice. And, you know, it's supposed to be good for wrinkles and blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you guys, I see wrinkles on my under eyes when I use that I did not know I had. And it's so dry. Not to sound like a negative Nancy, but everything doesn't work for everybody. We all know that. So I'm just setting the face again with my Ride or Die powder, which is my CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist. She never fails me. You know, when you find that Ride or Die product, it's just kind of like, okay, this is what works for me. So I am looking like a little yellow, and it is because that foundation is the wrong shade for me. But I was really adamant about doing a Physicians Formula full face. So here we are. My powder saved the day. Again, you guys, I love this powder. Oh, I love it. And you know what? I kind of goofed because I was so excited for the video. I actually meant to do my eyes first. So I'm going to grab some powder, some loose powder to put under my eyes. Oops. So that I can do my eyeshadow without getting fallout everywhere. If it has fallout. I haven't touched these yet, so I don't know what I'm working with. But we will soon find out. Alright, you guys, so I'm going to go in with a Laura Mercier Under Eye Brightening Powder, just, again, to catch any fallout that may happen. If you guys have not tried this powder, it's amazing. Like, I was so anti, like, I'm not paying that much for this, blah, blah, blah. I actually found mine on Poshmark. The lady had just literally dipped into it once. There's so much powder in here. And then she didn't like it, so I got the hookup for super cheap. So, I mean, if you're looking for high-end makeup items and you don't want to pay full price, check Poshmark. They have some really, really, really good deals. And they really take care of their customers. So if something is wrong when you get your item, you can always turn it into support, and pretty much you're gonna get your money back. All right, ladies. I'm gonna actually bake my under eyes today. We're gonna switch it up. So next I'm gonna go into the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Deep. And we're just gonna bronze up these cheeks a little bit and this 5 head. color. You guys, I miss the summer so much. Like, oh, I miss it. So if you are wondering, the brush that I used is the Aesthetica P12. I think I got this in a Boxy Lux. I'm gonna go in with my Luxie brush that I used to contour my nose out a little bit. Possibly. There she is. And for that, again, guys, I use the medium angled shading brush. It is the Luxie 207, and it just has that kind of an angled tip to it. It's like the perfect nose contouring brush. I look like I just left Cocoa Beach. For blush, I'm gonna try to figure out the shade name. I actually had the Butter collection that came out last year. Well, when I used my perfume and when the bronzer ran out, I just depotted mine and put them in this little Ofra Z palette. And yeah, the name is not on this, but this is the one that came in the Butter collection box. So that's the blush that I'm gonna use today. Find my blush brush. We gonna do that after I wipe the bake off. I don't know what I'm thinking today. I think the cold's getting to my brain. So, okay, we're gonna go ahead and dip into both of these palettes. Unfortunately, okay, the names are on back. Never mind. I should have looked at the back of the palette. So I think I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with this Broadway eye primer. I used this the other day in my drugstore video. And the reason that I'm using this, you guys, is because the Tarte Creaseless Concealer is too moisturizing for me to use as an eye primer. Which is why I love it so much. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. a Flawless Concealer brush that I always use. Alright, so I think we're gonna go ahead and set that with the shade Barefoot in Brazil, which is this light color, excuse me, this lighter peachy tone right here. Well, it's kind of like a beige, it's a skin shade color. I didn't mean peachy, I'm sorry. Oh, those are creamy. I mean, they feel really creamy so far. So let's look at both. God, they smell so good. So good. Huh. It's really hard to choose, and it's like I want to use both, but I might not be able to. There's definitely Kick Up, and I will show you guys that in just a few minutes. You guys, I think what I'm going to do is save one of these palettes for another video, because I definitely have a bin down here that has several new products in it, but I don't really have an eyeshadow palette to go with it. Do I? No. So I think I'm going to save Sultry Nights, which is this palette here, for that video, just because I need an eyeshadow palette for it, and it's hard to use too. So I'm really feeling this one. This one is Tropical Days, and this is the one we're gonna go into. I'm gonna start off with the shade Sand Dunes, which is right here in my crease. Okay, so real quick, I wanna show you guys, there is some Kick Up in the palette, which again, that's not a game changer for me as long as they're pigmented, which, let's see. Oh yeah, they are. They're pigmented. very pigmented. I'm just using the Real Techniques multi-purpose eye brush. Oh my god, you guys, look how pigmented that is. Woo! And I even tapped it off. So as always, I will link the prices for these down below. I know you can get these on their website now, and honestly, as hard as the time as I had finding them, I would just order them offline if you can't find them in your drugstore, because it was crazy trying to find these. If you can see, I'm just taking that about halfway up to my brow bone, and that's generally what I do with my transition color. Cannot get over how pigmented these are. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna take a clean brush and start blending a little bit. Because holy smokes. There we go. Alright, so the next shade that I'm going to go in with is this shade right here, and this is called a Heat Wave. You can see that. Just using a Wet n Wild brush from the 2017 collection. This one does not have a name or a number on it. It's just kind of this little guy here. It's good for getting in the deep crease. What I'm going to do is go back in with that Real Techniques brush, the multi-purpose eye brush, and just kind of buff out the edges. I'm not going to do anything too like intensely crazy today because I am filming another video right after this, and yeah, hope you guys don't mind, but I would rather put out more videos for you guys than this. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to swatch three shades, these three shades right here, and see which one I think would look better on the lid. That must be a brow highlight. Okay, they don't swatch as good as they apply to the lid, so I'm just going to show you guys. That's the blue, purple, and that color right above it. You guys saw how they applied to the lid. They're very pigmented, so I am just going to get a brush here, and I think I'm gonna put this deep chocolate color called Coco Loco on the outer V here. Just a little bit. Again, nothing too crazy, like not super smoky or anything. Alright, you guys, we're going to go into a flat brush here and wet it like I always do for shimmers. And I'm going to go into this blue shade, which is called Rolling Tides. That is so pretty. It's this blue shade right here. Oh gosh. I gotta shake that off. Woo! It picks up a ton of product. These are really, they're really powdery, but like I said, the pigment's there, so it's like whatevs. It's not as intense as I was hoping it would be, but I have the dropsies today. But let's see if I spray it after I put it on the brush, if it is a little more intense. Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely buildable. It is the shade that it is in the pan, so I can't really be mad at it. Okay, yeah, there we go. I think it's pretty. I have a lot of fallout down here, which I warned you guys that are pretty powdery, so glad that I added my translucent powder because oh my gosh. You might want to do your eye makeup before using these palettes. I definitely would recommend that. All right, you guys, we're gonna go back in and do some blending. Just taking that heat wave color. I'm gonna take a brush like this. I'm gonna go back in with just a little bit of that outer V shade, just to blend it into the blue, which is Rolling Tides. Our V shade is Coco Loco. I like it. I mean, I think it's something different. This is not something I would usually wear. But again, they're very powdery. Like, do you guys see that? It's, I mean, if you don't mind that, then I think you would like it. If that's like a big, like, no for you, then you're not gonna like these palettes. Me, again, I don't mind. And usually I would do my eyeshadow first, but I got really excited and, well, you guys know. So, yeah, we got some issues here right now, but I'm gonna fix it. Looking super white. But you guys know I like a bright under eye anyways. Obviously not this bright, but we're gonna fix it. No big deal. Whew, it's powdery up in here, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna go back into my bronzer. And then my blush, and then fix this whole thing going on right here. And then I'm going to finish my lash line. See, nothing like a good bronzer to fix that. And if you're like me and like a bright under eye, you know how scary it looks when you first sweep it away, so. It definitely looks a little crazy. God, I love this bronzer, you guys. It is so good. So, I'm going to take my Flawless Concealer brush that I used. There it is. And I'm just going to clean up this blue that got down here that I don't really like there. And when you're working with blues, it can get a little messy. All right, now I'm gonna take that same brush that I went in with Coco Loco. I'm gonna wipe it off, and I'm gonna go into, I kinda wanna use this purple. So I think I'm gonna go into that first shade that I laid down, which was Sand Dunes, right here. And then I'm going to put just a tiny, tiny bit of this, and then I'm gonna go into that purple on the lower lash line. Said I wasn't gonna get too crazy. And I know I forgot to do my blush. We'll get there. Orange. God, these are powdery, y'all. So as you can see, I kind of took the orange down a little bit further because I want the purple like super close to my, where I would put my eyeliner. So I'm hoping this brush works. If not, I will just go in with, oh yeah, we're going in with a thinner brush. I'm gonna take this Urban Decay brush that is from one of the palettes. And I'm gonna put it into that purple. We're gonna try to get closer to that lash line. You know what I just remembered, you guys? I just made this so much harder on myself. I have purple eyeliner. But I was trying to get, you know, use the colors in the palette, so. This eye always gives me trouble. Okay, so honestly, it's hard to get into the lash line with these. If you're trying to get up on your waterline, just because they are so powdery. So I would recommend, like, if you're wanting to use a purple like that, if you have a purple eyeliner, just go in with that because all that powder is just going, you know, right into your eyes. So for my brow bone, that part I'm not gonna get too crazy with. I'm just gonna take a tiny little brush, which is the Luxie Mini Flat Angled Brush number 111. And I'm just gonna go into that kind of bone shade that I used because I don't think that this needs any more shimmer. It's got a lot of color going on and I think that's enough. I think I actually just accidentally dipped into the white. Whoo, y'all. I'm just gonna kind of go up here and blend that a little bit. And for the inner corner color, let's do, oh, that's a pretty color. As soon as I find my brush, there we go. I'm just gonna go into this shade here that is called Ready for Rio, which is this pretty, here we go, shimmery shade right here. Okay, that one you definitely need to wet your brush for because I did not get anything off of that. It's kind of weird. Because the rest of them were really, really pigmented, but of course maybe it's my brush. Let's try a different brush. I usually use this one. I know it's like a highlighty shade, that's why I chose to do. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's not real, it's real faint, which that's fine. Because I think this is for the brow bone anyways, so, but I would think it would show up a little bit better. It's alright. Right, let's go ahead and pop some blush on. Blush. Where's my blush at? Here we go. Alrighty. I'm actually not going to use the eyeliner that I was going to use today because I think there's enough going on here. And for mascara, I don't have a Physicians Formula mascara as I stated in the beginning of the video. So, I think, give me just 1 second. I think I'm just going to go into the Tarteist Tarte mascara. Ooh, there's a lot on that brush. Do you guys ever take like one brush out of one mascara and put it in another just because you like the brush and the formula better? That's what I did with this one. This brush right here is from the, what is it, Buxom Double Decker Mascara. That's why it's like loaded with mascara. And the Tarte one's actually in that one because I like that brush with that formula way better. I really love that brush with this formula. Even though it gets like super caked in there, it's just so good. Alright, so for lips, I think, yeah, I'm going to go in with this one by Hard Candy, the Cashmere Silk Demi Matte, which I said is more like a gloss to me, but I love the color. This is in Macaroon. I think this will look good with this look. Oh yeah. Why didn't y'all tell me I had blue right here? You guys, that eyeshadow, like for real, I'm telling you, do your eyes before you do your base. There we go. Because that stuff gets everywhere. It's very pretty pigmented colors, but it is messy. I think that's actually one of the messiest palettes I have. But nonetheless, it is very beautiful, so I'm going to continue to use it. Finger test. Okay. What else am I missing? Oh, highlighter. Hello. So I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Rose Gold highlighter. This is my fave. It is so buttery, so smooth, so creamy, so gorgeous. And this is the color. You guys can kind of see that. Looks so much better on the skin, I promise you that. So I'm just going to take my Wet n Wild tapered highlighter brush, spritz it down, roll it in the highlighter, and oh yeah, you guys, this stuff is so good. So good. Bam. Look at that, it's so pretty. Hi, cheeks. So gorgeous. Sorry, I got lost in the highlight game. It's so pretty, you guys. It is so, so, so good. I love the smell of this, you guys. It's so good. Okay, So, oh, what I used was the Olay setting mist in Calming, which is aloe leaf and chamomile extract. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. This is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video for the Physicians Formula new eyeshadow palettes. If you guys have not tried them out, I do recommend them. Again, they are a little powdery, but if you do your eyeshadow before your base, you will not have the problems that I did today. And yeah, I mean, if that's not a game changer for you, they are very nicely pigmented shadows. And for the price, it's kind of iffy. I feel like Physicians Formula is that drugstore brand that is just a little bit more pricey, you know, than the average drugstore brands. So if you don't mind spending the extra few dollars, then I say go ahead and pick them up, or at least pick one of them up. Also, as I stated, I will feature the other palette, Sultry Nights, in the next upcoming video. So I hope that you guys will also check that out. If you are new here, I hope that you will subscribe and come chill with this little fam bam situation we have going on here. We enjoy a good time. We enjoy playing with makeup. We love to sound off in the comments and talk about makeup. And we all love coffee, I believe. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope, again, that you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next one. Have a good night. Bye.